What's going on, party people? We're back with some more Babymonochrome round 1 action. Today we got Onraider versus Luisin. There we go. This is my second take here because I kept saying the name wrong, but I'm going to go Luisin. Anyways, yeah, let's get into it here. So Onraider bringing a very standard looking team. This is, of course, a black and white little cup tournament that we're in. And yeah, lots of Abra, lots of Ghastly so far. Very common 1-2 punch. Just a really good offensive team here. Got a Mindfu and a Volaby as well. Pharisee looking to set up some Spikes, some Stealth Rock, maybe Rock and T-Wave. And then a Chinchou as well, which is, I mean, sometimes it's Water Absorb, sometimes it's Volt Absorb. Both of which could be beneficial for Onraider in this match. I would think, I mean, probably Water Absorb would be ideal here for that Starmie on the Lucian side of things here. But anyways, on Lucian's side, we've got Hail, right? We have a Snover looking to set up Hail, probably pretty early on here. A Staryu, which has Rapid Spin, or gets access to Rapid Spin, I should say. A Mindfu, Natu, and then a Porygon, again, very popular Pokemon. But then again, you could also see Rapid Spin on the Drillbur, I guess. So, you know, I guess Lucian's team is quite weak to hazards with the Snover and the Natu. So, in all likelihood, one of them's Pack and Spin. Maybe we've got an offensive Starmie, and maybe this is an SD Drill. Drillbur is a fairly fast Pokemon, so having that SD support could be nice. I don't know, maybe we see them bust out a Tailwind or something. Also, awesome custom avatar, by the way. I gotta point out, that has to be one of the coolest ones I've seen so far. But yeah, let's get into it here. So, Onraider leading Volaby and Lucian leading Porygon here. Traces the weak armor ability and takes a knockoff. It'll get a speed boost, but loses its Violate in the process. And clicks T-Wave to paralyze this Volaby, just in case it was thinking of doing some shenanigans later on. Fires off a Tri-Attack, which lands on the Ferroseed and gets a Freeze. 10% chance, I believe that is. Maybe it's 20, I don't know, but both players switch out. We got the Hail activated here with the Snover switching in. Permanent Weather in this generation, and then fires off a Blizzard, which lands on the Mindfu. See, both players switch out here. We got Onraider's Chinchou and against Lucian's Mindfu, and Volt switches out of there. Brings them Paralyzed Volaby, take a knockoff. I think he's gonna get its weak armor activated and loses a Violite. Then Mindfu U-turns out of there, further activating more weak armor boosts. Then Porygon switches in to trace the weak armor and will die to a Brave Bird crit. Keep in mind that thing lost its Violite earlier on in this game. Drillbur switching in here and sets up Stealth Rocks, which makes sense. Takes a U-turn as the Ghastly comes in on the Onraider side of the field here. And is this thing Mold Breaker? This might be a Mold Breaker Drill, but it's not going to take an Energy Ball anyways. I think super effective. Looks like Lucian's having some internet problems, keeps disconnecting here. Volaby Sack here on the Snover, which just clicks Blizzard. This could be Choice Scarfed. Mindfu switching in. Maybe it's not Choice Scarf, who knows, but U-turns out on the incoming Mindfu on the Lucian side of things. And then clicks Fake Out to break a potential Sash on that Abra, which isn't going to be taking hail damage either because of the Magic Guard ability. And then fires off a Psychic, which lands on the Staryu, which will not outspeed. That might have been a Speed Tie as well. Snover coming in, looks like a Ferroseed Sack here. Takes a Blizzard. They may try to defrost. I don't think they're taking two. Oh, Lucian switches out here. Maybe trying to capitalize on the frozen Ferroseed in here. Chinchou switches in. Takes a Psychic. Well enough anyways. And will live another one, but won't live Hail, except they will switch out. But I think it's going to die to Rocks next time it comes back in. Ghastly comes in looking to outspeed this Natu. Mindfu switches in on the Ghastly to take a Sludge Bomb. That's a Life Orb Ghastly, and that's a 2-hit KO. Natu Sock here on the Sludge Bomb. And let's see what the play is. If this is Scarf, we'll find out here. No, doubles into Mindfu here. Yeah, maybe trying to scare that thing out. Potentially bluffing the Scarf, or maybe it actually is Scarf. Snover switching in here to take a Psychic. That's a 1-hit KO. So I'm thinking that is Choice Scarf because it does Violate. It might have been taking that. So there you go. And yeah, Onraider winning game 1 here. despite having Stealth Rocks on their side of the field, still able to plow through here. Yeah, let's get into game 2. Alright, game 2, Onraider versus Luisin. Onraider bringing the Riolu. I've been waiting for this. I do wonder what kind of Riolu this is. Maybe this is like Copycat Roar, maybe Copycat Circle Throw. And you gotta think that if that is the case, then this Dwebble is definitely looking to set up hazards rather than setting up. But then again, Onraider is bringing a Shelter to this battle as well too, so it'd be maybe a little unusual if you're going for double Shell Smash, but maybe that's the way. I mean, lots of potential sweepers on the Onraider side of things too, because I mean, you got the Drifloon as well, or Drifblim there as well. No, Drifloon. God, never get that right. I guess a Blimp is a big balloon. Loom is a little balloon. Okay, whatever. Drifloon. Bring Ghastly again, which put in a lot of work in game 1 there. And then a Volibee as well, which, I mean, if I'm betting, I'm going to say that's probably more of a support Volibee, but I guess it could also be a nasty plot sweeping set here. Just looks like a whole lot of potential sweepers on the Onraider side of things, so that makes me think, okay, maybe that's more of a support Volibee, but I guess we'll find it in the battle. And Luisin having some confidence in this team as they're bringing the same team, or what appears to be the same team. Oh, actually, no, there's a Volibee. Oh, wait, no, it's not the same team. There's a Diglett. Okay, I'm just crazy. Never mind. Not the same team. It's just Hail again. With a Natu and a Porygon and a Mindfu again. There was a Porygon in game 1. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Okay, so similar enough Pokemon, but there's a Volibee this time too, and a Diglett this time. So, okay, apologies for the little mistake there, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, we see Mindfu lead from Luisin against the Dwebble. Dwebble looking to set up hazards, probably as many as they can, but this is a taunt Mindfu. It's only going to get up rocks. And outsped that too as well, so we're probably looking at a slow food here. Clicks knockoff on the Volibee switching in. And then Drifloon switches in. It clicks high jump kick. It's going to take a ton of recoil because that's a ghost type. Porygon switching in. Traces the Unburden ability. Though it's not going to do any good unless this Porygon can lose its item somehow. Now it's a 2-hit KO with Acrobatics and the Flying Gem on the first one. Volibee switching in here. Threatening out that Drifloon. And Dwebble just going to try to knock this thing out with a Rock Blast. We need 3 hits. Oh, just kidding. You got a crit on the second one, so there you go. Actually, no, there was weak armor, so maybe 2 would have gotten there. Diglett's able to revenge kill with a Rock Slide here. Volibee comes in. Ooh, gets its weak armor activated, so it's going to be able to outspeed the Diglett here. Clicks the Air Slash. And, oh, just kidding. Not able to outspeed. What are we looking at here? So, there's no way this is Scarf Diglett. No, I'm crazy. Something must be going on here. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't know. Crazier things have happened. Snover coming in here, sets up the Hail. And then here comes the Riolu. And it's got rocks up. That might be all it needs. It's going to eat a Blizzard. And then clicks Roar, so it's probably looking to go for the Copycat shenanigans here. But it's going to be taking Hail damage, so, you know, it can do this as long as it can, but it's not going to be able to do this indefinitely. Oh, but Natu is actually able to Magic Bounce that Roar, so Lucian's got a really good team to deal with this Riolu cheese. I'm not going to call it cheese, but, you know, it's Riolu shenanigans. This is a viable strategy, though. But this is a Calm Mind Natu. It's going to eat a high jump kick very well, so Onraider might need another way to break this Natu. Okay, interesting. Shelter comes in here. And switches right back out into Riolu here, just as a sack on a potential Psychic. That Natu's still taking Hail damage. Ghastly switching in here. Shadow Ball doesn't quite get there. And it's going to drop to a Psychic here, so not looking good for Onraider in this battle. Drifloon able to kill with an Acrobatics. Crit didn't matter. And Diglett comes out here. Ooh, Sucker Punch Drifloon. Okay, able to take out. So this is a closer game now here. Mindfu coming in, probably looking to quick knockoff. Oh, just kidding. Not going to be able to live in Acrobatics. Can Snover get it done here? Snover clicks Protect. And able to knock it out with a crit Ice Shard. Wow. That might be clutch. Yeah, I mean, wow. Okay, so I think Lucian needed that crit, so pretty crazy end to this battle. But I mean, at least Onraider went into this battle with a cushion here. So we're all tied up at 1 now, but yeah, crazy final couple turns there with the Snover, but I mean, that was kind of Lucian's way out. Sometimes the Hacks gods work in your favor, and yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. It's more action. Let's get into game 3. Here we go, game 3, Onraider versus Lucian here. Let me fix the dimensions a little bit here. And yeah, pretty interesting teams on both sides. I don't really know where to start here. I mean, Onraider's bringing Sand. Unless this is a Sandless Hippo. I mean, it could be, I think the other, Sand Force is the other ability it gets, I believe. I guess I can just scroll over it. Yeah, I have seen Sand Force Hippo being a thing, just in case you don't want to have Sand. But this is probably going to be Sand, considering you have 4 Pokemon that don't take any Sand damage, with the other 2 being Ghastly and Mindfu. Onraider also bringing an Omnimite here. I could see this being a Shell Smash set, since there are other ways to set up Stealth Rocks in both Diglett and Bronzor. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a sweeping Omnimite here. And then on Lucian's side of things, we have a Frillish, Timber as well. Always love seeing that Pokemon. A Hippo of their own, so also bringing Sand, or potentially bringing Sand here. A Lileep, which might be the first time we've seen this in this tournament. This thing does get access in Swords Dance. It also gets access to Barrier, which is a thing, so this thing might be trying to set up one way or another. Another Natu bring, so Lucian definitely digging the Natu. And then a Bronzor of their own, so interesting Bronzor mirror match here. Yeah, let's get into it. So you see a Leap lead from Lucian versus Ghastly lead. Clicks Will-O-Wisp right away, maybe just in case it's an SD set. Clicks Hidden Power, not sure what that is. Could be Rock, potentially. Mindfu coming in, takes a crit Giga Drain. So it's not going to be taking 2 of those. Clicks U-Turn just to get out. And Bronzor comes in. Going to be taking this Giga Drain from Lileep quite a bit better than the Mindfu was. Frillish switching in here as Onraider doubles back into Mindfu. Clicks knocks off the Violet on the Frillish as they go for a Will-O-Wisp and burn this Mindfu. And then U-turns out of there. As Hippo comes in, we see the Sand set up. Takes a Will-O-Wisp, so good play by Lucian here. That's very, very good. Very good to have that thing burn. Switches into Natu, maybe predicting Stealth Rocks. Omnimite comes in, takes a T-Wave. Ooh, I guess we won't find out what the Omnimite clicked in this situation. This could be Shell Smash. They click Hydro Pump here, and Timber takes a ton from that. But Timber's threatening to Drain Punch here, so Mindfu comes in. Clicks Ice Punch, actually maybe predicting the Hippo to come in. And we see a U-turn from the Mindfu just getting out of there. Ghastly comes in. Oh, there we go, another Ice Punch there. Maybe they're clicking Ice Punch in case the Ghastly's coming in. And then switching into Lileep here, which will take the Shadow Ball, but not the combination of Shadow Ball plus Burn on the second go-around. So Lileep is down. And Hippo coming out here on the Lucian side, as this Ghastly actually has Pain Split. They get up Stealth Rocks on Onraider's side of the field here. Misses a Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately. Hippo's just using Slack Off. That's one big advantage you get with Hippo. Let me rewind here. It's one big advantage you get with Hippo is that you can have a Violite and still have Recovery with Slack Off. So Hippo, a very good defensive Pokemon in this tier. Bronzor switching in, takes a burn. Maybe doesn't really care about being burned. We'll find out here. Omnimite coming in for Onraider. Oh, this Bronzor actually has Rest. Okay, there you go. So don't have to worry about that burn anymore. But now you're Sleep. Sleep Talk, Calm Mind. Interesting. Is this Omnimite's actually setting up Toxic Spikes? Maybe this isn't a sweeping set. As Onraider's own Bronzor comes in here. They're both Calm Mind. Okay, I wonder if they're both Rest. Now, Lucian wakes up, clicks Flash Cannon as their attacking move. And switches into Frillish, gets poisoned by a Toxic Spike. Maybe trying to eliminate a potential sweep here from Onraider, who's also setting up Calm Minds of their own. Psychic looks like a 2-hit KO here, especially with Poison and Sand. So Natu's going to come in here to take the next one. As a note, Bronzor clicks it again, predicting the switch. So Onraider looking good here. Gets T-waved, but still able to break through Para and get another Calm Mind up. Luisin maybe fishing for some more crit luck here, but this might not happen. Luisin switching the Bronzor here. Maybe thinking he can beat this thing one-on-one. That Bronzor's up to +5 now on the boost. Maybe just trying to match boosts here. Maybe get lucky with some rest talk turns. It's important to note, Onraider's has Psychic, while Lucian's has Flash Cannon here. Both players just boosting up. Onraider's up to full boost here. And Lucian's just trying to match him. They could be in here for a little bit of a stalemate. Maybe first player to get a crit here. Onraider just clicking Calm Mind just to maybe not use up too much Psychic PP. They've got 13 left. Yeah, no reason not to keep going for this here. I might speed this up a little bit here. Because, yeah, this could be a while. So both players just exchanging some blows here. Both players at +6. Special attack and special defense here. I'm just clicking moves so that, you know, they're not wasting too much PP, right? Because you want to conserve some attacking PP. So Onraider's got 11 Psychics, while Lucian has 13 Flash Cannons here. So I think we're just going to see both these Bronzors just run out of PP. Could get a bit of a struggle war here in the end. Gonna try to pause when something actually happens. By far the longest Little Cup match I've seen in my time covering this. In a game 3 at that. I mean, the winner will move on. The loser will move on to the loser's bracket, as this is double elimination. But still, you don't want to be in the loser's bracket this early. You want to save that for later on. So both players going to play this very patient. Oh, Natu comes in. Okay, let's... Oh. Okay, let's turn off hyper fast here. Let's go back to normal. So something actually happened. Okay, Natu comes in here on Lucian's side. Bronzor clicks rest. And then Natu switching back out into Bronzor. Oh, okay, baiting an attack. So this thing start using some Psychic PP. Okay, so maybe a good play by Lucian there. Just kind of forcing Onraider to go for some Psychics here. Onraider might be thinking they can get a lucky crit here, maybe a drop at the right time. Oh no, they switch into Omnimite. They're not playing this game either, so gonna take a Flash Cannon from Bronzor. Multiple, and clicks the Hydro Pump, does 40%. This Bronzor's probably looking to rest here, yep. Hoping for maybe a miss or a para. They get the para on this turn. Oh, there's the Shell Smash. Okay, so maybe this thing can outspeed even though it's para'd. Find out here. Nope, still slower. Misses a Hydro Pump, but this thing is also boosted special attack now. Frillish coming in. This thing has the water absorbability, but oh no, just kidding. That's a Curse Body one, so that was just more of a sack. But at least Hydro Pump's disabled now. So Mindfu going to switch in on this Bronzor here. Might go for the knockoff, potentially. Well, they click knockoff, but it lands on the Hippo, which loses its Eviolite. And clicks U-turn. So Onraider's Hippo coming out here. Takes a Whirlwind. Ghastly coming out. That's a pretty good exchange, especially since this thing doesn't have a Violet anymore. Quick Shadow Ball. Doesn't quite kill, actually. Able to get off a Slack Off, but not going to be able to take the next one after poison damage. Yeah, that thing is going to drop. So Ghastly looking good here. Bronzor coming in. Goes back into Timber, maybe to bait a Pain Split, as this Ghastly's taking more Sand Chip. Bronzor comes back in here. Takes a Shadow Ball pretty well. Might be trying to boost up here. Oh, they land the Pain Split. I don't know if this thing's taking a Shadow Ball at this range. It is. Still asleep, though. Not looking good for Lucian, though. Oh, and there's the forfeit. Yeah, so, Lucian not thinking they can break through this. Well, I mean, Onraider still got 6 Pokemon here. Granted, you know, a lot of them have some kind of status. Diglett's still at full health, though. So, I mean, Diglett, that's a flying type. That's might have Levitate. I don't actually get what ability that thing had, but either way, very well played by Onraider. Longest Little Cup game I've seen in a while, or ever. Pretty cool seeing that Bronzor stalemate. And I should call it a stalemate, but you know what I mean, that Bronzor versus Bronzor situation there. And yeah, anyways, that's it for this round 1 match. This might be the last round 1 match. I might cover one more. There's still one more I'm waiting to happen, so if that one ends up being a good one, perhaps I'll cover it on this YouTube channel, but on the YouTube channel, I should say. So anyways, that's enough of me rambling. Thanks for supporting the channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that, and thanks for watching. Peace.